Another big event coming up on Saturday. What can you tell us? Robert Easter, Rances Barthelemy.
Huge. It's a crossroads fight. It's a fight. It's a must-win fight for two young, highly motivated fighters who, again, who come into this fight with a chip on their shoulder. And in Rances' case, obviously, for being a two-division world champion, winning his first title, against Rances Mendez, and then coming back being shot for kick, and then coming up short with Relic, and all very good, exciting fights. And then in Easter's case, coming in off of the big fight with Mikey Garcia, we just come up a little short. They got to have to go back and retweak some things. And but more importantly, you have two guys who are vying for the same thing. They want to be the top dogs at 35, and they want to be in the mix for the big money fights. And Saturday night, it's going to come down to that. We're going to see what that bounce back game looks like for both guys. That bounce back game, we're going to see what it looks like. And that's what I think makes for a very fun fight. When guys really, they got to fight hard, because I'm not going to compare the two fighters or really the scenario, and I don't really want to equate it to that, but I'll go back to like 2000, when we had two young, hungry 2001, two young, hungry champions coming in. Both were undefeated, and I think you know where I'm going with this. But they were highly motivated because essentially their careers were on the line. They were fighting for a big money contract.
Yep.
So they both had to really focus in, and it's so much at stake. And I just kind of compare that to this, not comparing the fighters.
Lower magnitude.
Lower, but I'm just saying with the hunger.
Right.
With the hunger there, where there's a lot at stake. One guy will move on to be one of the main players in the division, and the other will, he'll move on to some other things for some lesser money fights. That's just the reality of the way the sport plays out.
And it's kind of funny, like a couple weeks ago I saw Rances in training camp, relaxed, whatever, and I've seen some stuff with Robert Easter, but now today you can see some tension. Like now the fight's only a couple days away, like they look like they can't wait to get in there and make them dance the Cuban salsa or take the money to the bank.
Yeah. Look, when you got two guys who had success on this kind of platform, you got two former champs. They're fighting, even though they're fighting for a vacant title, they know that the opportunities, it's a ton of talent in that lightweight division and around that lightweight division. So you got premium matchups that you could, kind of mix and match, across the board. That's why, like I said, it's a lot at stake in a big fight like this. Lots at stake.
Well, to change gears, but we talked about this before, but I saw ESPN reported July Gervonta is getting a homecoming fight, no opponent or anything. How big is that for Baltimore? Just bringing him back home, he's a world champion, fighting a little bit more actively now. How big of a fight do you think that's going to be there? It's
going to be a huge fight. We're gonna show you how to pack an arena, whether it be standing room only, and just the energy. The energy is going to be something that you ain't seen in a very, very long time in a hometown fight, because the brothers and sisters back there, they get down a little different. They get down.
You wouldn't know that from first-hand experience.
They get down a little different. Tank is a hometown hero. He was able to uplift himself out of a very, very, very difficult environment, and he's like a hero to his people back there. They all look up to him, and what he's giving them is hope. He's giving them hope, especially for the younger kids. With the murder rate being as high as it is back in the community, he's giving these kids hope and a dream that if you believe, anything is possible. And we all know about the difficult background that Tank has come from, but he's risen from that and went on to do greater things. And the sky is still the limit for where he potentially is going. And so they're very, very proud of him. He's Baltimore's own. You're going to see how, just not only Baltimore, how them fans come out from D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. They love Tank.
So I was going to say that we've seen big fights in D.C.
But not
quite
Baltimore.
often, and then also in Maryland at the new casino over there, but not Baltimore itself. They're all neighbors, but just from being around the area yourself, what's that vibe going to be like?
Well, the vibe is going to be sick because Tanks is one of the most exciting young fighters in the entire sport. And what he does, he knocks people out. But he's also a very skillful boxer that is kind of underappreciated. But again, he hadn't had the opportunity to show you that. I know he's very slick, but he's also still learning. That's what the beauty of being a young world champion who has a tremendous platform. He has a great team who is very experienced, going to put him in the right fights to continue to where he can develop and be the best fighter that he can be. And yes, we're looking to unify the division. We're looking to fight in all the big fights against the best fights that you guys say, meaning the media and the fans are out there. But they come in time. You just can't do it. In his particular case, he's highly motivated, and the key with him coming off of the year we had last year is staying active, staying out of trouble. And you come off the February 9th fight against Ruiz, who's last-minute replacement. We're gonna come in July, and we're gonna come back in the fall in a big fight, big fight. And that's what I'm really excited for July. For him to go out there and
can you say anything about the opponent? Because we heard Gamboa is possible.
It's a few options that are out there.
It's not finalized yet?
No, it's not. But trust me, that's not the only name that's come across my desk.
And also, are you guys doing a card in Tennessee or Memphis Miller's fighting?
No, we don't. All right, well, just send you that. Yeah, we don't have anything.
Or what else with the other guys, like Memphis Miller, who's right there, getting close to a world title shot himself?
Yeah, I had a conversation with him today. Got some big plans for him in the summer, in a big fight. We got Andrew Tabiti in a huge fight, which ultimately I think will be it'll be a world championship fight in June of 15. So I'm hoping that works out. We're working to see, but he's worked hard to get that opportunity, and he knows with the win against a very tough and game opponent in Dorticos that it takes him to the next level. His ultimate goal is just like you said, he wants all the belts at the cruiserweight division. So, but first things first, he's got to go in there and beat a very tough Dorticos. I love coming into this fight that he's the underdog, because I'm very confident that I know the type of fights that Dorticos has been in. But Drew is the fresher fighter. He's the younger fighter. He's the more athletic fighter, and essentially he's the most skillful fighter. And I think he'll have this platform to be able to display all of that.